Yellowstone supervolcano could blow any day. Now, it's been quiet for over 600 years, but it might erupt any day now. What if Yellowstone erupts while you're at home? Are you ready? In this video, we'll show you what to do before, during, and after an eruption of the supervolcano. Before the eruption, if you live near Yellowstone, you should always be prepared for an emergency. An emergency can strike at any time without warning, such as a sudden earthquake, floods, fires, or extreme weather conditions. But nothing could be as devastating as the explosion of the Yellowstone supervolcano. It is located in the northwest corner of Wyoming and has had 3 major eruptions in the past. The last one occurred about 640,000 years ago. Since then, the area has been relatively calm. However, experts warn that the huge magma chamber under the Yellowstone caldera could erupt again at any moment. In fact, just a few months ago, thousands of earthquakes shook the region. Some were so strong they could be felt hundreds of miles away. Although the swarm of earthquakes did not indicate an imminent eruption, it was still alarming. Scientists have been closely monitoring seismic activity in the area. According to John Ristow, a geophysicist with the United States Geological Survey, there were more than 1,000 earthquakes between June and August. Most of them were very weak and only registered 3.0 on the Richter scale. The strongest one, however, had a magnitude of 4.8. A similar swarm of earthquakes occurred in 1985 when a magma chamber began to fill beneath the Yellowstone caldera. What should you do if Yellowstone erupts? There's not much you can do if the Yellowstone supervolcano erupts. Even though there are no active faults in the immediate vicinity, the eruption will generate violent earthquakes throughout the western part of the United States. This means that even if you don't live in Montana, Wyoming, or Idaho, your life could still be in danger. So what can you do to prepare yourself for such a disaster? Well, first of all, you need to have a plan in place. Discuss potential scenarios with your family and make sure everyone knows what to do. Agree on a meeting point in case you get separated, and don't forget to take your pets into account. Just like us, they'll need food, water, and shelter after the disaster strikes. You should also keep an emergency kit at all times. At a minimum, your emergency kit should include non-perishable food, bottled water, a hand crank radio, flashlight, extra batteries, a first aid kit, and some cash. Make sure to keep these supplies in an easily accessible location so you can grab them quickly in case you need to evacuate. It's also smart to have a backup of important documents stored on your computer and cloud storage. This way, you can access essential documents such as your driver's license, social security card, and insurance policies, even if the originals are damaged or destroyed. You should also keep copies of bank account information, medical records, school transcripts, and other critical documents. If you have a fireplace in your house, experts suggest you should keep it stocked with wood at all times. If the disaster occurs in the winter, this will be essential since authorities may struggle to restore power and heating systems after the eruption. During this time, you may also want to purchase a generator, preferably one that can run on both gasoline and natural gas. Having a generator will allow you to keep some of your appliances running and will make your home more habitable after the disaster. During the eruption, if you feel the ground shake violently and a massive cloud of ash appears in the sky, you must take cover immediately. If you're outdoors, lie flat on the ground to protect your head and cover your mouth with your hands. If you're inside, stay away from windows and doorways and take cover under a sturdy table or desk. Protect your head and wait for the shaking to stop. If you're driving, pull over as soon as you can and stay inside the car until the worst of the earthquake has passed. After the initial shock, you should watch out for falling objects. Large pieces of debris may fall through the air during the eruption. These could be anything from rocks and soil to pieces of the supervolcano's crater. As you watch out for falling debris, you should also be aware of your surroundings. People will begin to panic and run around in all directions. If possible, try to stay calm and avoid running or pushing through crowds. Remember your emergency plan and try to stay close to your loved ones. They'll need your help, and you'll need theirs. Another thing you should be careful of is poisonous gases. Volcanic eruptions release large amounts of carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, and other gases into the air. Inhaling these gases could be fatal. If you start to feel nauseous, dizzy, or weak, find fresh air immediately. Experts say you can minimize your exposure to volcanic gases by staying low to the ground and moving to a safe location away from the eruption. However, if there's a high concentration of volcanic gases in the air, there's no escaping their effects. The best thing you can do in this situation is to protect yourself against respiratory damage. Cover your mouth with a cloth or paper towel and breathe through it. Alternatively, you could pour water from a bottle into a container and breathe through the opening. This will filter out most of the poisonous gases and prevent them from entering your lungs. After the eruption. The aftermath of a volcanic eruption is often worse than the disaster itself. After the eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines, thousands of people died from inhaling volcanic ash. In 1980, 57 people lost their lives due to mud flows caused by the eruption of Mount St. Helens in Washington state. After a volcanic eruption, it's crucial to pay attention to your surroundings and follow instructions given by local authorities. You should also check your home carefully before re-entering it. Volcanic ash is extremely abrasive and can damage everything it comes into contact with. In some cases, ash can cause roofs to collapse. That's why it's crucial to check your roof, ceilings, and walls for damage. If you notice any cracks or other signs of structural damage, leave your home immediately and find shelter somewhere else. The same goes for windows and mirrors. The weight of the ash can cause them to shatter. Tap all surfaces carefully to remove loose debris before cleaning them. If you have plants, cut them back to a couple of inches above the graft and remove all the affected leaves. This will give your plants a better chance of survival. Finally, remember to keep your distance from the epicenter. It may seem like a good idea to take a closer look at the damage caused by the eruption, but it's simply too dangerous. There's no telling when the volcano will erupt again, and if you're too close, you could get caught up in the next explosion. Instead, use your radio to listen to reports from survivors and local authorities. Wait for the all clear before you do anything else. When does Yellowstone erupt again? According to the United States Geological Survey, there is no indication that a major eruption is imminent at Yellowstone National Park. However, scientists monitor the park's geysers and hot springs constantly. Small earthquakes happen quite frequently in the area. As we mentioned earlier, there were more than 1,000 earthquakes between June and August this year. Even so, experts say there's no reason to be alarmed. An article published by the United States Geological Survey states that small earthquakes are normal in the region. Earthquakes with magnitudes between 3 and 4 happen on a regular basis. Magma chambers often create their own unique seismic activity because of the movement of fluids within the magma. Scientists use these microseismic events to learn more about the magma chamber. However, even if an eruption does occur, most of the dangerous gases and solid matter will be blown over the park. The areas surrounding Yellowstone are sparsely populated. The nearest big cities are Boise, Idaho, Billings, Montana, and Jackson, Wyoming. All of them are located more than 200 miles away from the supervolcano. However, this doesn't mean that the disaster won't affect anyone. Ash and gases will be carried by wind currents across the United States. Hot and cold currents will circulate around the country, causing temperatures to plummet in some areas and rise significantly in others. The heavy ash will bury everything in sight, causing serious damage to crops, farm animals, and people's lungs. Many experts believe that if Yellowstone erupted today, millions of people would lose their lives. The disaster would affect the entire world and disrupt the global economy. Even though the chances of the supervolcano erupting are slim, you should always be prepared for emergencies. Have a plan in place and keep an emergency kit in your home. This way, you'll be able to survive the disaster and help those around you. Have you heard the news about the recent swarm of earthquakes near Yellowstone? How worried are you that the supervolcano might erupt? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.